By early 2026, OpenAI operates as a sprawling corporate technology giant, commanding the kind of market footprint previously reserved for companies like Microsoft or Google. They maintain dense developer platforms, roll out multi-tiered enterprise subscriptions, and ink massive operational partnerships covering national education systems and healthcare products. But if we look at their founding announcement in December 2015, they look like a completely different organization. They launched as a strict, idealistic nonprofit. Their explicit mandate was to advance digital intelligence for the benefit of humanity. They wrote that this goal should be entirely unburdened by the need to generate financial returns. The problem with that mandate is the objective reality of artificial general intelligence. Building AGI requires immense computational power, making it arguably the most expensive engineering endeavor in human history. By tying a mission that rejected financial return to a technology that required it, OpenAI created a structural tension that would resurface every time the organization attempted to scale. Between 2015 and 2018, the organization functioned primarily as an academic research lab. They spent their resources exploring reinforcement learning, robotics, and training AI systems to play video games. During this window, their working hypothesis was simple. They believed the real bottleneck to achieving AGI was gathering the smartest researchers in a single room to share ideas. By 2019, the math forced a severe reality check. Advanced AI demands unimaginably massive physical infrastructure to process training data. Internal estimates revealed that scaling up to meet their mission would cost $10 billion. A traditional nonprofit structure simply cannot absorb that kind of capital. To survive, they engineered the corporate structure shown in this diagram, the OpenAI LP. This was a capped profit entity designed to absorb massive capitalist funding, while theoretically keeping the original nonprofit board in absolute control of the mission. Microsoft stepped in as the primary partner, providing the billions required to feed this new computational engine. On paper, the mission remained intact. In practice, the sheer gravity of commercial capital altered the company's trajectory and shifted its operational loyalties. Armed with new funding from 2019 to 2022, OpenAI pivoted their focus entirely to building massive foundation models, turning out systems like GPT-3, DALL-E, and Whisper. They carefully positioned themselves as a steward of frontier technology. To manage the public sphere of societal misuse, they utilized heavily controlled, staged release schedules for their models. This aggressive exponential curve represents the launch of ChatGPT in November 2022. The sudden influx of over 100 million users broke their careful containment protocols entirely. With ChatGPT, the organization entered a new phase, acquiring a mass consumer audience that dwarfed its previous developer and research footprint. This friction peaked in November 2023 with a sudden boardroom crisis. The nonprofit board abruptly fired CEO Sam Altman, only for commercial pressure to force his rapid return to the helm. The executive boardroom coup was the inevitable collision between a nonprofit governance model and an enterprise generating massive commercial revenue. Going into the GPT-5 era, the internal conflict is settled. The commercial engine now decisively holds the wheel. OpenAI functions as a layered infrastructure platform, managing custom models and business deployment systems that reach far deeper than a simple chat interface. Yet, through late 2024 and 2025, they continued publishing essays, struggling to publicly justify their immense, ongoing capital requirements against their original mission statement. That internal contradiction has now invited high-level external scrutiny. The attorneys general of both California and Delaware have launched inquiries into how a legally bound nonprofit is managing a massive, for-profit commercial empire. OpenAI serves as the ultimate real-world stress test for frontier technology. Their trajectory proves attempting to build the most ambitious engineering project in human history requires submitting to the ruthless, capital-intensive rules of the modern market.